us off with the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Darnold now to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, a glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a throw right side, take it in here to start this drive. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. First down, it's Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The play fake to Michelle, now Newton. They'll roll him out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damiere Byrd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 29, Darnold. Complete to Herndon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Patriots' 37-yard line.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the man, a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Play action. It's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Second down and 10. Darnold. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On second and 10, Darnold. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. That'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
At the 18-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Jets 7.
And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They fake the give. Newton going for the deep ball. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Newton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
36-yard line.
From the 36, Newton. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the run?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. The point after is good, and we are tied at 14. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Again, he finds an opening. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Darnold. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Lawrence Guy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. They're thinking it.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Patriot 1st down.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 16, Darnold. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
That's the score. Jets 28. Patriots 28.
It's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go to Johnson again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The tackle made by
back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots, powered forward to get the 1st down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Faking the give, Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
brings up 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Michel. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Newton. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. 1st down carry, it's Michel. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. There he goes right side. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles.